kitchen for another episode of Eat Fit DIY. This week I've got a really fun snack for you guys that I actually could double as a dessert. It's apple pie energy bites. These little balls are so good for you. Good protein, good carbohydrate across the board, and they're easy enough to pop in your mouth and grab and go, and filled with lots of nuts and seasonings that you probably have already around your house. So I'm very excited to demo these for you guys today, so let's get cooking. So now we're ready to assemble our apple pie energy bites. So I've got 1 cup of oats measured right here. I'm going to add 1 more cup. So 2 cups of oats first. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed. So as you can see, it's very powdery, and ground flaxseed is a great source of omega-3 and fiber. So good way to sneak this in, and you're not even going to taste the difference. We're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, sprinkle generously in there. And then we're going to add our nuts and our other additives. So you can add anything that you want to these. Feel free to make it your own. I just so happen to have some pecan and some pumpkin seeds laying around, and also some dried cranberry. So I've done about a ratio of 2 tablespoons of nuts, so 1 tablespoon of pecan, 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, and 1/4 cup of dried cranberry. So we'll sprinkle these in, and we'll give it a mix, just so we can have everything evenly distributed for when we add our wet ingredients. So for our wet ingredients, we're going to add 1/2 cup of almond butter. Again, feel free to use any nut butter that you have. So if you have some peanut butter laying around or cashew butter, I just so happen to have almond butter, so that's what we're going to use today. Making sure we get all of it out the bottom of the jar. Perfect. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of honey for our sweetness. And the last wet ingredient is going to be 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So we'll give this a nice mix and get everything incorporated as much as possible. So now that we've got this all incorporated, of course we had to add the piece de resistance, which is the apple. You can't have apple pie energy bites without apple. So I've grated 1 cup of Granny Smith apple for this recipe. So we'll get that sprinkled in and tossed in. And don't be afraid at this point to use your hands. It's definitely sticky and coming together because of the almond butter. So we're gonna roll these into little balls anyway, so it's a good part to start using your hands. So I'm gonna grab our plate and start to roll. So we'll wanna make these about tablespoon size, or as big as small as you would like them. So they're gonna just kind of come together nice and sticky, like so. So this is just a great way to also get your kids cooking in the kitchen with you. They'll enjoy this simple recipe, and they're gonna have a lot of fun playing in the dough and eating something after that they've made. So here we are, your apple pie energy bites. I hope that you enjoy them. If you're in the mood for more recipes and more information about Eat Fit, check out our Oshner Eat Fit app. As always, we're here as a resource for you to help guide you through these times.